Looks like Depp's managed to win his lawsuit, and hoes around the universe are mad. I can't say I'm fucking sad at all. Let's start with Miss Turd Statements herself, shall we? The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence that never materialized still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I mean, no. Anyone who's been watching this entire trial knows just how much power you had in order to get him kicked out of various contracts. I'm even more disappointed that with this verdict. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when women who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. That's your doing, bitch. That's your fault. No one else's. Yours. Because you're a lying fucking bint. I believe... I can't be able to do this voice anymore. I believe Johnny's attorney succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. You didn't win in the UK. That was against the Sun, and our laws surrounding that are very weird. Not to mention that that entire case was scuffed from the outset with so many conflicts of interest that were never really brought up. Because they weren't known by the plaintiff. Also, let's just ignore the fact that you tried to sue him for defamation, so your actual freedom of speech defense doesn't make sense at all. But let's be honest, you're just a manipulative cow, so no one... Nah, let's not pretend that you actually understand a thing. I'm sad I lost this case, but I'm sadder that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly. You do have a right to speak freely and openly. Absolutely. Lying isn't free speech. Defamation isn't free speech. I entirely don't think that you believe in the concept of freedom of speech anyway, because you're not smart enough to understand really anything beyond getting on your back for a role. So I decided to take another look at the comments here. A few hours, almost 24 after the decision. There's only 57. Only 57 responses to someone who's meant to be, to be fair. It's only people who follows her or follows real Amber Turd and or mentioned in it that can reply. I'm so sorry. You're the strongest person I know. Bleh. Simp tweets. Nothing but simp tweets. Seas of simp tweets laid out before ye. So amazing the last few days. My queen. The gook. Let's just take a look at... look, there we go. There we go. You're not a fan of any of these, apart from Amber Heard, you fucking little simp. So sorry, Angel. Fucking hell. Oof. Stand with you, believe Amber. You're so brave. Not text Amber Heard. She saw Johnny Depp kick her in the Boston flight pout. Or yep, nope. Because they were hearsay. You fucking weirdo. Let's take a look at your profile. So strong Aries whip. Mother of two teenage girls. Man, I feel sorry for your girls, I really do. They're probably fucking psychopaths like you. I still believe you, Amber. Why? Okay. There are a few here beforehand that I saw that had abuse is no gender. Abuse is no gender. Okay then, so... Oh, Christ. I can't even measure a proper response to these because they just drain my IQ as I'm reading them. I'd like to see abuse I've received in my DMs today. I did receive this little message of positivity and I said to forward it along to you. Courtney, professional procrastinator. Yes, chances are you are a fat bitch as well. Believe women? No. Something with all women, with women and all survivors. Cuck. Founded by real Amber Hire outside since 2009. It's always nice to see these. I can't be bothered going through all. I was going to go through, but if I'm honest, whenever I keep reading, I keep just having brain cells drained from between my ears. Oh, it's not nice. But yes, this is the state of stands at the current moment. We have Eve Barlow. No matter what, I'm always standing behind you. Dangerous place to be, considering that that's been entered into record that she's a scatter. For Steve Barlow, we actively don't take credit for this. We in fact disavow. I'll speak for all Scott. I am the true Scotsman here. I'm the true Scotsman. We won't take credit for. We will disavow this bitch. Zionist, feminist, Scottish. No, you're not. Shut up. Weast yourself. Of course, immediately after it, some absolute fucking madman changed her net worth. Oh, I should mention, yeah, she lost every single count. She won one count and got 2 million for it with 0 punitive damages. But Lord, she took a 15 million. That was lowered to, what was it, 350,000, I do believe, for punitive damages. She took 5 million. She just slapped with 5 million punitive damages, lowered to 350 million. Okay, but she still lost 10 mil. 8 million in total. You know, she gets that 2 million from him. And of course, who pops her little head back up other than the beautiful, wonderful, absolutely retarded Anita Sarkeesian herself? What grift is she doing these days? I didn't even check out her Armenian and Iraqi. That was never brought up during Gamergate. Holy shit. She, her, of course, pronouns in the bio. Feminist media critic. You are definitely that. Filmmaker. I don't know. How long did it take for oh god, what was it? Oh, what was it nowadays? Oh Christ. Oh god. Was it Games versus Women or what the fuck it was? I can't remember anymore. It's just deleted from my brain because it was pointless. I don't think that's still finished, is it? It took long. I'll tell you, I'll follow her. This should be fun. Co-wrote History versus Women. Yes, son, that's absolutely terrible. Games. Oh, fuck you, who cares? This is so particularly fucked up. I can't even fully grapple with the levels of misogyny on every single level of this process, starting with domestic violence and abuse and ending via legally vindicated gaslighting. No, she was an abusive piece of shit who actively lied to further her abuse of a man who tried to get away from her. And she continues with, the wide-scale celebration and joy of a survivor being gaslit is horrifying. I'm glad you actually finally learned how to use punctuation here. If a rich white woman can't be believed, what about all the BIPOC, queer, disabled folks, working class folks, and other marginalized survivors supposed to feel? Who the fuck is going to believe us? No one should believe you, Anita. You made a career out of lying. You made a career out of lying, gaslighting, bribery, extortion, Lord knows what else. You are actively a joke, and people have forgotten you. Regardless of how many followers you have. How many followers do you have, huh? You have 56,000 followers. That's with the entire backing of big tech and media. No one cares about you anymore, Anita. And you just happened to cross my timeline, if I'm honest. And I just saw the opportunity to rag on you. Because Lord knows you deserve a slap or two. 6 years ago, sorry, this is from Johnny Depp. This is Johnny Depp's statement about the entire thing. So let's have a bit of a bright side about this. 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the life of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed, all in the blink of an eye. False, very serious criminal allegations were levelled at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It has already travelled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on my life and my career. And 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of legal hurdles that I would be facing. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought there was a me at the end of that. That I would be facing, and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all of those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I had finally accomplished that. Now everyone loves it. The amount of support that he has gained on this Instagram post, not even on Twitter, eclipses, it just absolutely BTFOs every single response from Herd followers. And Herd fanatics. It is actually quite nice to see. Now, who do I have next? Let's see. Ah, yes. So this is the portion that I like to go. Hoes truly mad. Hoes are truly mad here. Yes. Vice News immediately after it posted that string of text that he wanted to burn, fuck her burnt corpse, make sure she's dead. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, never mind. For people who, yes, so this is, so Ho's mad, Ho's continually mad, Ho's always mad. This is great. It's been fucking glorious. Tech and culture reporter on NBC News. So an NBC journalist created a fucking thread. I'm not going to read it all, just the first one. People who've been studying the misinformation campaign around the Depp v. Heard trial. This verdict is chilling. The success of Depp's redemption arc narrative reveals a lot about social media platforms and ourselves. A thread of things I learned about Amber, about Depp v. Heard. So the reason I'm not going to go into this is that oh fuck, oh, I need to get a new boom mic. The list of this here is a lie. And why do I say it's a lie? Because it said she learned something. She never learned a damn thing. They never learned a fucking thing about any of this. And more just absolutely fucking terrifyingly, it's a fucking call, because she's in this. Like she's actively involved in this. Not the case itself. She's involved in the culture war surrounding it. Because the mainstream media got fucking BTFO'd with all of this. They got owned so fucking hard. They turned it into corns saying that they weren't getting owned. So many people got their information from outside the mainstream media. I mean, for fuck's sake, that umbrella guy, or the umbrella man, got actively entered into record in the case because he was actively reporting a lot of it. Now, he wasn't one of he was a important one. He wasn't one of the first. In fact, he dug into it and watched other people's YouTube videos, but he was a rallying point for some of it. And they know, like this one case has absolutely, I just had a thought, but give me a second, has absolutely shown the sheer power of social media. Of people like Nick the Nose Rackets, who boomers and is massively gay and has an entire month dedicated to him because he's late all the time. And they know that they can't stop this now. People will get their news from, instead of like 10 places, 10,000 places, because you can get every single view you want on YouTube. Every single view from people who abhorrently supported Amber, people who believe Johnny Depp did nothing wrong. Now, Johnny Depp's done a lot wrong, done plenty of things wrong in his life. I don't think anyone's going to really say otherwise. Mainly because, we can see, well, massive drug addict, although that could span from him being massively abused by his mother. Overly trusting, incredibly naive, like, it just a fucking rake of stuff that he really should have known better on. But, overall, no evidence of abuse apart from yelling at people, specifically Amber, raising his voice, yelling, and considering she was hitting him repeatedly, cut off the tip of his finger, actively made him drink. I would say, yelling at someone isn't necessarily abuse. It can just be out of pure frustration. But we'll say, okay, well, that's one example of abuse versus literally cutting his finger off. Okay, but, you know, there's a separation there. Yes, good old cat, 10 barge ass. There we go. 10 barges for her ass. Because she's so fucking fat. Has learned nothing. Learned nothing at all. Oh, and that's for another video. That's for another video because I've watched Kenobi and I want to fucking die. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm not going to go into all the articles that are so fucking ass mad that her Lost and Depp one. I just want to report on this one because it's a good way for me to try and get my channel out there a bit because there are a lot of people hyped around this, and they should be. They should entirely be hyped around this because this is real fucking good. This is real good. It puts on the books an example of defamation done to a public figure of Depp's size. That's massive. That's huge. It's impossible to understate how massive that is. And also, well, I've been following each and every single second of this trial, and it's been fascinating to watch. So much so that I'm willing to say that, yeah, Johnny basically did nothing wrong. Johnny did nothing wrong, and if I'm honest, would have been entirely within his right to to backhanded Amber once or twice, considering how he was getting treated. As soon as she started hitting him, nope, there we go. Self-defense at that point now, ain't it? Oh well. I'll speak to you guys later on then. Take care.